Tenemos que educar para el amor a los chicos. Tiene que entender que el profiláctico no la protege de nada. Porque el profiláctico, el virus del SIDA, escúchenme, el virus del SIDA, doctora, dígame si no es cierto, atraviesa la porcelana. El virus del SIDA atraviesa la porcelana.
Por favor, por favor, por favor.
Sí pude sostenerle la mano antes del apagón. Soy hija de este sistema perverso, de este sistema desigual, pero también soy resiliente porque vivir es un arte, y el arte un privilegio. Soy esclava de mis palabras, esas que me ataron antes de nacer. Alabado sea el Ritonavir jarabe y todos esos dioses a los que le rezaste. Ninguno pudo salvarme, porque no necesité ser salvada.
Claro, yo soy vertical, significa que lo tenés desde que naciste. Y yo me enteré a los 11 porque como de los 7 hermanos soy la única que tomaba pastillas, sí. Como que yo decía, o sea, ¿por qué?
Me dieron por muerta antes de haber nacido, y para desgracia del mundo, o no, estoy más viva que nunca.
¿Qué tenés ahí?
Mi venganza es estar viva, desearme sana, protagonista de una historia que no nos incluye, pero que a partir de hoy nos invita a pasar por la puerta. Bueno, pasemos.
Es el hecho de que esta ley incluye por primera vez a las personas que nacieron con VIH. Somos un montón, pero cada vez estamos siendo menos por falta de políticas públicas.
Más de la mitad de mis compañeros están muertos, otro tanto intentando la felicidad. No tengo estadísticas claras, pero ¿sabés qué tengo? Muchas ganas de quemar todo.
Pero porque antes no había medicación y cuando llegó la medicación era para adultos, porque no había medicación para niños. Así que imagínate un nene, yo empecé a los 3, 4 años a tomar medicación, vos más o menos.
Sí, 4 años.
Me morí tantas veces que la misma muerte está cansada de mí. ¿Cómo hacemos esta vida más vivible? Quiero que fabriquen medicación pediátrica, que a nadie le falte la atención focalizada. No quiero más políticas de rescate. Fracasamos y fracasaron con la prevención. Quiero imaginarme la vida sin VIH, deshabitar la piel medicada, quiero entrar en una piel más justa, quiero que saquen la cura. Quiero que nuestros encuentros no sean más para despedir a alguien.
My story traces back 26 years ago, 1995.
1997.
It's been 21 years.
27 years.
20 years.
22 years.
I was 27 years old, felt alone,
unwanted,
afraid.
It was very scary.
No one would love me anymore.
Didn't think I would have someone to talk to.
I was angry. I was stunned.
I didn't know anyone with a diagnosis
betrayal.
could relate.
And how this happened to me being a Black woman, and it was considered a gay man's disease.
I was embarrassed.
And it was devastating. How long did I have to live?
Thought I was gonna die.
The lady told me I had 7 years to live.
I found out that I was pregnant.
I had a 3-year-old son at the time.
I was a 27-year-old mother of a young daughter.
Kept it a secret for 2 years before I ever even told anybody.
When I was about to deliver, the anesthesiologist screamed down the hall, "You gotta be careful." They brought my youngest in, and in that bassinet, they had a red index card that said, "Wear gloves."
Medical mistrust, man, it is so real.
And I was told that I would never have babies again, that I should get everything just cut out. I wanted to have another child. So in 2014, my baby was showing signs of fetal anemia. He was born, but he was barely breathing. When the doctor calls me, he says, "I've never dealt with people like you."
The stigma has been so tremendous. As a Black woman, that's the reason why my baby boy's life was taken. And that was one of the worst days of my life.
I started just planning my death. Because I was from a very small town. The whole town was saying how I was contagious.
My mom, she went to the church and she told her friend. And her friend started telling everybody.
People were cleaning the bathroom after I used it. I was made homeless.
That sent me into total isolation.
Carrying that secret kept me in a bad mental space.
I didn't want anybody to know me. I didn't think I wanted to exist anymore.
Because of the self-stigma and the outside stigma.
I am now 52.
I would have never
imagined that I would be living with HIV. The only thing that I heard of about HIV was Eazy-E and Magic Johnson. I never saw anyone who looked like me, especially a woman.
It still impacts today. When somebody asks you how you got it, that's stigma.
Being a young Black woman, I felt very left out. Not many billboards, commercials. I didn't see a lot of young people.
Finding places to fit in, being a Black woman was hard.
There were no Black women stepping up.
No one wanted to be associated or even hear about it.
People were really just afraid.
It was so deep-rooted.
It took me 17 years to realize the internal stigma I carried wasn't just mine. What about other Black women who live with HIV?
I'm fighting every day until I can erase the stigma that has caused so much tremendous harm.
We have to work so that we feel empowered. I am a survivor.
I am a survivor.
It made me feel like, whew, Tam, you have some barriers to break. You deserve to take up space and have your voice heard, because I didn't see little to none of the Black woman at all.
I did eventually find places that were supporting Black women. My buttons show all of the places that show me love and support.
My life has changed forever because you equals you. Undetectable equals untransmittable.
It caused me to focus on something positive.
I began to say, you know what, I can talk about this.
I'm taking my power, and instead of people stigmatizing me, I want to change the narrative.
My spirituality loving myself and being there for my children allowed me to persist.
Once we get educated about the experiences of the Black women living with HIV, we can start to dismantle stigma.
Can't wait for anyone to do it for us.
I don't live with HIV on some levels. HIV lives with me, and I'm gonna give it a hell of a ride.
I am thriving, living my life unapologetically, and if resilience had a picture to go with the definition, it would absolutely be me.
Red reminds me, red reminds me, red reminds me to be free.
우리가 마주한 건 무엇이었을까? 짙은 어둠 사이로 어렴풋이 당신의 눈빛이 보였고 살결을 타고 내려와 괜찮다며 나를 어루만지고 쓸어내렸다. 그렇게 차갑게 굳어있던 세포 속에 온기가 생길 것 같았어. 그럼에도 나를 바라보는 당신의 눈빛은 당신과 나 사이에 남아있던 좁은 틈을 바라보고 있었다. 그 틈에선 검은빛이 차올라 우리를 갈라놓으려 했었고 초조한 마음에 어떻게든 막아보려 가시네를 쓰기도 했었다. 사실 그 틈을 채우지 않아도 괜찮았다. 수고스럽게 무엇으로 채울지 고민하지 않아도 힘들지 않게 서로에게 오갈 수 있는 충분한 거리였고 그곳은 점차 당신과 나의 시야에서 희미해지고 있었다. 이미 당신은 나에게 따뜻한 입김을 불어 하얗고 투명한 마음을 나누었어. 멈출 새도 없이 섞이는 동안에도 너무나 온전했던 나의 세포는 춤을 추며 당신을 받아들이고 있었고 불안했던 순간들은 어느새 향기로 남아 얼마나 설렜는지 모른다. 때론 내 안에 지난 모든 것을 나눠주고 싶다가도 이 모든 게 전해지지 않아 얼마나 기뻤는지 모르고 이 모든 것이 전해지지 않았기 때문에 내 안에 지난 모든 것을 당신에게 나눠줄 수 있었다. 그 틈에서 차오르던 것들은 보이지 않았다. 어쩌면 일말의 희망을 차단하는 막연한 두려움이 아니었을까 싶었고 꿈틀대는 검은빛은 안전과 위험으로 우리를 갈라놓으려 했을지도 모른다. 몸속에 수천 개의 작은 덩어리를 쌓아가며 발견한 것은 나눌 수 없음이 우리로 증명될 수 있다는 것과 매 순간들이 흐른 뒤에도 당신은 이것을 쌓아갈 필요가 없다는 것이다. 이 작은 덩어리들은 검은빛에 흔들리는 당신과 나를 지키기 위해 쌓고 있다. 서로를 향한 눈길이 날카롭지 않도록, 서로를 오가는 얇은 막이 유난스럽지 않도록, 그렇게 차근차근 걸어가고 있다. 이제는 그렇다와 아니다로 이리저리 헤매지 않아도 괜찮았고, 안전과 위험의 경계 또한 흐려지고 있었다. 이러한 상황들이 생각만큼 대단한 무언가가 아니길 바라고, 당신과 나 사이의 틈도 특별하게 여겨지질 않길 바라며, 그 어떤 차이에도 뒤엉킨 의미가 필요하지 않길 바란다. 검은빛이 사라진 어둠에서 결국 우린 무엇을 찾았을까? 어둠 속에서 아무것도 없다고 보이지 않는 것은 아니었으며, 흐린 시야 속에서 친밀한 호흡을 유지하며 숨을 불어주고, 또 다른 순간들을 찾아 비출 테니까.
It's dangerous. We try to glamorize it, but like it's dangerous to tell people the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. And it's dangerous to expose who you are because people may cringe at you. And that's, nobody wants that, right? Like it's the image that we have of someone that does drugs as a kid, right? Is that they're gonna die, right? And that sticks with a lot of people for a long time. And when you are curious about drugs, let's just say drugs have always been in your life, in the periphery because you're poor or because you're rural or because you're whatever, right? It's like they've always been around there. So you didn't really get a choice whether or not you knew about drugs. You didn't get that safety from people. And then you're being punished for it because you just are living your life. Like, that's fucked. That's fucked.
See, I want to get at what you mean by esoteric. Do you mean it in the sense of the actual sense of it, or are we looking at the marginal, or kink, or because for me esoteric it involves a level of a spiritual or a metaphysical or a communal focus on a practice that makes it that formalizes it in some way, and I think that the way that I explain to people is the more risk. Like we focus on risk a lot, and that's too bad because the reason that it's framed as risky is not necessarily because it's dangerous. It can be, but because it deserves respect. The more risk means the more respect. It doesn't mean don't do it. It means do it with a sense of knowing and understanding because you have to. There's a skill set. Like it's just more. It's more things to know. So it just makes sense to. And frankly, with anything that's addictive, and I had to learn this. You want to not be addicted to you want to avoid addiction because you're told to avoid addiction. But what they don't tell you is that addiction happens whether you're looking at it or not. And it happens differently to all people. And people have to go to self-determine. But my thing is, why not teach people how to be good addicts from the moment they start and explain that to them? It's an objective system of objectification. And a system that objectifies turns people into things. And at the end of the day, if anybody from outside of that system of representation sees it, that's the only thing they see. Because it's supposed to be selling something. This is a product. You want to buy it, you want to buy it. And we don't have that medium rare thing.
Do you want to think about Ian Curtis for a minute with me? Want to think about all the other people we know that have killed themselves? And all the other people that have made decisions that other people didn't appreciate and told them that they were fucked up, or told them that they were wrong, or told them that they were immoral, or told them that they were stupid, or told them that they didn't know what they were doing, or told them another opinion that they didn't want to hear. And think about all those people, including ourselves, and those decisions that we've made. And think about decisions that we'll have in our future. And think about all the space that's above us right now to make decisions. So I got some juice. People want juice.
got nobody, 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 nobody can help me. Nobody knows, 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 nobody knows.
Hay otra manera de penetrar a la historia universal, que es la creación, la invención de una doctrina. Cortés es el creador del imperialismo en todo el periodo histórico en que el imperialismo estuvo en ejercicio. Hay que recordar siempre que el Imperio Británico, en sus conquistas, no hizo sino seguir la doctrina de Hernán Cortés, una doctrina humanitaria que evitaba conflictos, los suavizaba. Este sistema que inició Cortés y que después han seguido todos los conquistadores, todos los colonizadores, de ocupar una población, ocupar una nación y no acabar con todos, sino que escogía dentro de aquel régimen caduco y vencido, sin embargo escogía los mejores elementos para dejarlos con autoridad a fin de que sirvieran de intermediarios entre la nueva situación y la antigua.
piel dorada. Reluce mientras la luz del sol te acaricia. Aliméntate del sol, del calor, del fuego que se vierte desde el cielo sobre ti. Brilla por tu propia cuenta y aduéñate del mundo. Morena, prieta, india, teca y mareña, como tus ancestras, tu abuela, tu madre y tu tía. Deja que el sol dibuje tu sombra, tu silueta divina, de cabello negro y aroma de sal, hermosa cobertura que te envuelve, que cubre todo tu cuerpo, tu bello y sidoso cuerpo, de sangre caliente y piel morena.
Deseo nombrar, en el idioma de mi madre, lo que ha hecho de esta carne su nido, lo que ha hecho de esta sangre bebida. Nombrarle
Vinina Yagasa.
compañera. ¿Cómo nombrar, cuando son ahora míos la lengua y el rostro del colono, una aberración cromática producto de siglos de dominación, cuando mía es la complicidad del mestizaje?
Nakishili.
Blanco eres, máscara que al portarse nos hace cómplices del exterminio.
Rudi de Sheshkendadija.
Doy la espalda a lo que creo. ¿Por dónde comenzar?
Rudi de Shekendaviani.
Tal vez por el corte.
¿Qué pasaría si suspendiéramos la fila? Si hiciéramos de esta larga espera médica una rebelión. Tal vez el reencuentro vendrá de la sangre y de lo que le habita, de la sangre y no del mestizaje, para entonces poder decir, así sirvió allí, para reunir lo disperso, acercar lo divergente, para establecer aquello quebrado en una suma generosa. Mientras tanto,
Guyano.
bailemos. Bailemos porque aún no han cumplido su palabra, porque puede que hoy haya desabasto, porque puede que mañana nos prendan fuego, y así, lo que la danza dispersó una vez, que la danza ahora lo una.
Guyano, pues.
I had fear. Fear you won't be here.
I had fear of dying. That took a great toll. I mean, a great toll.
Do I have a life, or am I just living? And with all the itness of him, that rare stupefying mouth and its secretion, where once you imagined swallowing it and letting it fall down your chin? Do I have a life, or am I? And by jailed propriety and by God, you found each other's darkness, refractions you most wanted seen, in the glare of windows and elderly men and sad wives. Does life have living, or am I? And for his sick wit, the one that spat you out when a new flavor arrived, anointing the curse of not yet upon your crown. Just life. And these types of questions, so on and forth, among the other mistreated beliefs underneath, and on and forth, beliefs of these kinds sprung up in the ground of his memory, and on and these kinds of thoughts. Am I just, or am I living?
My name is Michael Baron Withrow. If I was honestly, let me put it like this. If I was a young boy, or whatever, I'd be out to date my ass off. And wouldn't have no quorums. I wouldn't be scared. If I did run across somebody that don't have it, I would tell them I have HIV. But by me reading a lot on the HIV areas, and there are articles in there that tell you you could date a straight person and you cannot transmit it. But that would be up for them to believe that or not. But as long as I believe it, it's fine. There's others. That's all it is to it. There's others. There's other people that will accept you.
My name is D'Angelo Lavelle Williams. At this point, I am public about my HIV diagnosis. It's on, if I'm on a dating app or sex app, it's on there. So it's like public knowledge is what I'm thinking. Unless I feel like you don't know and you're talking or corresponding with me in a way that I feel like you don't know, I might inform. But at this point, I'm just like, no one's asked. My mother has grown a lot. I know how she felt about people with HIV then. I felt like it would be this sort of bomb-like effect if I just told her. I mean, she asked why I didn't tell her, and I was just like, well, I didn't feel like I was, in a rush to just have that conversation with you. I didn't feel like it was much of a conversation that needed to be had. I've never really had any kind of deep conversation with my family. People don't tell me that, they have cancer or whatever. It's just I don't think HIV should be any different. I say you tell people what you want when you want. It's your narrative. Take control.
And each time you talk to an individual, they give you some type of incentive of hope. And with that hope, you grab onto it. You say, oh, they did it, I can do it.
Froze his blood high red regardless. Wishes for a lover need be heaven sent. My curiosity killed me. The urge I knew came and went. I didn't want none of it anyway, the truth is. It's my fault I went without protection. I accept this treatment sadly. Often amounts to rejection, the truth of it all. Myself, even though I didn't fully, I desired someone to understand. For about a year, I held my status hostage. When he told me it was okay, I let go of some fears. I know that you're present now. My only wish is that we make it through some years.
Inside, I can say every